Welcome all my fellow fun players to episode 1 of the vlog that we're going to do this year. We're going to spin up a bankroll of $100 all the way up to hopefully $10,000 by the end of March. So the plan here is to get back to doing something fun. So for the longest time I've been doing a lot of coaching and stuff like that and haven't got into a bunch of playing lately, and I kind of wanted to do something fun and fresh for me at least. And I kind of thought this was a good thing to do. So kind of two reasons that I wanted to do this is, first of all, very often when I'm coaching players, they talk about how hard the smaller stakes are, or, people are doing crazy bingo things. So like, that's why they can't build up a bankroll, which is all just, kind of nonsense. Does add to variance, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that should keep you from kind of moving up once you kind of work on your game and get some fundamentals down. Two, I want to get much better at playing more tables. So the best way to do that is to just move down and play as many tables as you can. So earlier in the year, when I kind of had the idea of doing this, I first started on PokerStars because if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll see that I like to use my Xbox controller. And what's nice about the Xbox controller is that I can set up bet sizes with it, have hotkeys for actions like check, call, and raise, and then use the joysticks to move around. So it's really nice and comfortable and kind of helps me add like a table or two, which in the end result would help me add to my win rate. But if you've been paying attention to poker, you know that PokerStars has changed a lot of the way that they're doing rakeback, and they're even talking about doing even more changes, and I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Supernova won't even be close to the 30% equivalent that it was in the past. Time will tell, and I don't even know how. All joking aside, yeah, I like how they keep trying to talk us into that more rake is good for the games, which isn't. Like, it just kind of forces out some people in the middle and stuff like that. But it'll be interesting to see how the landscape changes at Stars, especially for spin and goes, which is what I'm going to be focusing on. So right now, especially for the spin up challenge, it doesn't make a lot of sense to really do there. The rake is at the micros very high, notoriously on Stars. So I think, for example, I was going to do the $100 and start at ones. The rake there is like 8% compared to other networks where it's like 5 or maybe 6%. So I'm going to be playing on BetVictor for two reasons. So first, that rake reason, and second, I got a reload bonus for there. So I haven't really played there in like 2 or 3 years. But like I said, spins, I'm willing to kind of try these jackpot poker equivalents on other networks, and BetVictor is going to be our first attempt. So as you can see here on the graph, this is my first like 700 games that I played on Stars. This was really just over the last a few days. I didn't play last weekend and so on. Like, this was at about 50 games an hour. So it's kind of a big yet small sample size because while it's 750 games, it's really only about 10 or 12 hours. We could actually look here really quick. So this is effectively 15 hours. So, it's not that much poker. And yeah, like basically we ran, well, it looks like we did good. We had like an EV of like $55, but if you look at the results, we were actually down. I was down at the start, which is perfectly fine. I was loading up a lot of tables. It's not like I need to win money at once to get by at this point. So, it's, it is what it is. I'd rather start the year 55 buy-ins, or I guess 15 minus 55 is, we're at like 70 now. I'd rather start the year 70 buy-ins below at ones, below EV at ones, than anywhere else while I'm playing poker. So all that being said, we're kind of going to jump over to the BetVictor site. We loaded up some money on the account today, and we're going to try to spin up the bankroll, and more details about that will be coming in further videos. Going to try to keep these short and sweet for you guys. So good luck on the tables. I hope you enjoyed the video blogs, and we'll talk to you more soon.